Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Grace Regato Softball Complex, home of Babe Ruth. St. Mary's in their brand new uniforms, taking on Concord Carlisle. Concord Carlisle has a little bit of a Lynn flavor. Lisa McGloin, the head coach for Concord Carlisle, outstanding player, athlete.
It gets better that way.
Colleen Newbury running the show for St. Mary's. Took a couple of years off. She was at St. Mary's, won a couple of state championships. Moved to Danvers, did very well there. Helped turn that program around. And then as her daughter got a little bit older, and she moved back. And St. Mary's is glad to have her. She's an outstanding coach. She was a tremendous player. She was the first switch hitter and the first swinging bunt. Concord Carlisle 11-3. St. Mary's 12-1. A little bit of a trip for Concord Carlisle to get here. Both teams are already in the state tournament, trying to just solidify a higher seed. Brooke Boyle, the second baseman for Concord Carlisle, will be the hitter. Anna Frank-Woolley on the mound. In for a strike. So we're underway. And listen, St. Mary's in their new uniforms. Just missed inside, 1-1. In for a strike, 1-2. St. Mary's trying to make it 2 in a row for Lynn teams here at the Grace Regatta Complex. Classical an easy mercy rule win over Somerville in the first game. That one bounces off the catcher, Roman Breed. Swing and a miss. She threw it up and in. She swung right through it. Oh, that was a swinging strikeout. Samantha Ian Corsia, the center fielder. In for a strike. Unless I'm mistaken, I think that's a female umpire behind the plate. We haven't seen many of those. Certainly not behind home plate. On the inside corner. Tried to back away, was in for a strike, 0-2. High for a ball. Very high, it went to the backstop. Lights are on here on a cool night here at this Babe Ruth complex. That one rolls in. And it kind of evens at 2. Popped up. Brooke Maloney coming back. Shortstop going out. Maloney calls everybody off and makes the play. She covers a lot of territory. She is extremely quick. Very good basketball player, outstanding soccer player. Jill Brennan, the catcher, is the hitter. Swings for the pitch for strike one. Brooke Maloney, as an 8th grader, was a first baseman and made the Catholic Central All-Star team. And then she came back and they moved her to center field. That one kind of got away. Hit halfway up the backstop on the flies. Frank Woolley forgot to let go. That one bounces in. Swing and a miss. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hit foul off the backstop. Nice stop by Braid on the pitch down and away. On the inside corner, a little delay by the umpire, but it's a called 3rd strike. So Frank Woolley strikes out 2 of the 3, has a 1-2-3 inning. Concord Carlisle is down in the 1st. And St. Mary's will have a chance to get on the board first. It'll be Ashante Padilla, the 3rd baseman, leading off. Playing center field, batting second, Brooke Maloney. The pitcher, Anna Frank Woolley, hits 3rd. In a cleanup spot is the left fielder, Laurie Surreal. The second baseman, Michaela Walker, hits number 5. Batting 6th and playing first base, Riley Williams. Catching and batting 7th, Roma Braid. The designated player, Gabby Marichal, hitting for the right fielder, Riley Zukas, hits number 8. And the shortstop, Eliza Crean Oviedo, will hit in the number 9 spot. Alex Tyson on the mound for Concord Carlisle. I told you they're 11-3. I was told by their coach Lisa that they're missing a couple of people got hurt, and they're missing a couple of key players. So I think they only had 12 that are here. St. Mary's will be one of the 4 teams on the last weekend of May to play here at the Grace Regatta Complex with English Classical and St. Mary's, English Classical and Swampscott in the annual John Holland Tournament. Honoring a great gentleman. This complex was just an open field. There was nothing here. It wasn't anywhere near what it is now. Babe Ruth were playing their games at Frazier Field. And they came down here and they went to work. They put the fences up. They cleared the fields. Put 2 very good baseball fields, softball. They put a second softball field behind the middle school. They put batting cages in. They put a meeting hall in. They put the press box in. They put restrooms in. The dugouts, they just did a tremendous job. A few years ago, they moved the fences back because they were a little bit close. They put the lights in, the scoreboards, and it's become a tremendous complex. And they do an outstanding job. They don't get anywhere near the thanks or the notoriety they should get. People don't even know they exist. Line shot over the left fielder's head. One bounce to the fence. Padilla drilled the first pitch, hit a laser beam over the left fielder's head for a double. Babe Ruth had double duty. They had to get the baseball field ready for the 5 Lynn schools because they couldn't play at Frazier Field, including Kip. They had to play here, and they had to get those fields ready. Then they had to get the softball field ready. And the softball field is supposed to be taken care of by the city because it's for the 4 public schools, or for the 4 Lynn schools. But Babe Ruth takes it over. They do a tremendous job. They drag the field. They cut the grass. They put the lines down. They do all this work. They run the program during the summer for all the young kids. And they don't make a nickel. It's all volunteer. And they don't get any notoriety at all. And it's a terrible shame. They deserve an awful lot of credit that they don't get. Maloney tried to bunt, popped it up, and they turned a double play. They popped the bunt up.
Hello, my friend.
So what looked like a threat turns into a double play, and there's 2 outs and nobody on. In for a strike to Anna Franguli. Hit foul out of play, quickly 2 strikes. Maloney ran up, tried to bunt, and just popped it straight up. Low for a ball. Popped up, going to drop for a base hit, so that double play was huge. As Franguli gets a base hit. I don't think she could have scored from second because you weren't sure whether that could be caught or not. If she knew it was going to drop, she could have scored easily. Lori Surreal, the left fielder, is the hitter. She's got some huge hits for St. Mary's this year. I watched Concord Carlisle warming up, and everybody in every position had a strong throwing arm. Hit foul off the backstop. It's cooled off quite a bit with the sun going down and the breeze picking up. Pitch is low for a ball. Hit foul off the backstop. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. He doesn't do that very often. So St. Mary's gets a double and a single, but Concord Carlisle gets out of it by turning the double play on the attempted bunt. We played an inning. We're back where we started. St. Mary's nothing, Concord Carlisle nothing at the end of 1. 4, 5, and 6 for Concord Carlisle as we start the 2nd inning. Phoebe Rogers, the shortstop, will lead it off against Anna Franguli. Two very good teams, both already qualified for the state tournament. 11 wins for Concord, 12 for St. Mary's. First pitch down and away. In for a strike. He's got that down with science in the inside corner. Tough pitch to hit. Hit foul. Off to the right side. Swing and a miss. Third strikeouts in 4 outs. Second in a row, one to end the first, one to start the second. Autumn Mendonca, the third baseman, is the hitter. Pitching low for a ball. St. Mary's had a couple of squeakers, 2-1. High and tight for a ball. But they're winning. They don't care how it happens, as long as it happens. Hit to third. Padilla with the play. Nice pick at first base by Williams, digging it out of the dirt. They won their last game 2-1, and Frank Woolley pitched 2 innings, got out of a jam with the bases loaded. So it's pitcher against pitcher here. Alex Tyson, the pitcher, hitting against Frank Woolley. Hit to third again. Williams with another great play. She had to go out near right field to pitch that and then had to get back to tag the bag and beat the runner, and she just got it done. Outstanding by Williams at first base. So 6 in a row retired by Frank Woolley to start. 3 of them by strikeout. And it will be 5, 6, and 7 for St. Mary's in the bottom of the second inning. Michaela Walker, Riley Williams, Roma Braid to face Alex Tyson, who will be starting her second inning. These are the types of games you like to play getting ready for the state tournament. St. Mary's may be the only team in our viewing area that could get a home game. I think Glasgow boys have won like 12 in a row. They're 13-1, and they rank like 44th. It's incredible. They'll be on the road. English boys have a winning record. They'll be on the road. St. Mary's boys starting to play well. They're winning games with a win streak up to 8-6. They'll probably be on the road. Michaela Walker, the second baseman, will lead it off. She's got some big hits for St. Mary's this year. Hit to third, and they throw it away. They had plenty of time, but they threw it in the dirt. They threw it away. And for the second inning in a row, St. Mary's was the leadoff hitter on. Riley Williams, the first baseman, made those 2 outstanding plays defensively in the top of this inning. Does everything. Throws left, swings left. Everything from the left side. In the dirt, the throw, not in time. Michaela Walker got a good pitch to run on. Brennan, the catcher, had to dig it out of the dirt. She made the good throw. But Walker is at second base. Second inning in a row. St. Mary's has a runner at second with nobody out. Last time, a double play got Concord Carlisle out of trouble. Hit foul off the backstop. Michaela Walker, stealing second, sliding in second, just got her new uniform dirty. Roma Bray, the catcher, on deck. Hit foul out of play. Popped up. Shortstop makes the call. Rogers makes the play. One away with the runner at second. Roma Bray, the catcher, will be the hitter. Off the shortstop's glove. Walker was a few steps to his third. She hustled back thinking the ball was going to be caught by the shortstop. She reached for it, couldn't come down with it. Braid gets a base hit. St. Mary's has runs at first and third for Gabby Marichal. She's designated player. She's hitting for the right fielder, Riley Zukas. Swing and a miss. Everybody expected Roma Braid to go. In the dirt. Marichal looking to put the ball in play and get that run home. Normally they would run for the catcher, but Roma Bray is running for herself. Hit back to the mound. They only have one play at first base. He almost turned another double play. Braid almost went too far. So Marichal gets thrown out by the pitcher, but she gets an RBI. Walker scoots home. St. Mary's grabs a 1-0 lead. So it's not a sacrifice, but it turns out to work the same. In for a strike. Eliza Crean Oviedo, the shortstop. She also does some pitching. Thought about it, started to pull the trigger, held up, it was way up and away. Foul tip held on to by Brennan. Hit foul. Just got a piece and stays alive. On the inside corner for strike three. So St. Mary's takes advantage of the error at the start of the inning. They get the base hit, a stolen base, the base hit by Braid moves the runner to third. The little ground ball that the pitcher handles, throwing the runner around at first, but the run scores. So St. Mary's gets on the board with the one run. They break open scoring. We played 2, St. Mary's 1, Concord Carlisle nothing. Bottom 3 for Concord Carlisle as we start the third inning. Cat Lynch, the left fielder, leads it off. St. Mary's has a 1-0 lead, so Franguli has a little bit to work with. Swing and a miss. Didn't miss by much. Popped up, not quite high enough. Good effort by Williams. Just wasn't high enough. Didn't stay up long enough for her to go get it. Cat Lynch is the left fielder for Concord Carlisle. Waves at the pitch for strike 3. Seven in a row retired, 4 by strikeout. Matty Gibson, the right fielder, is the hitter. Hit foul towards third base. Hit foul off the backstop. Watches it high for a ball. Swing and a miss. Manguli's got it going. Krista Selly, or Chelly, I'll say it both ways, hope I get it right. The first baseman. In for a strike. Chase that high pitch, quickly 0-2. And she chases it again. Franguli strikes out the side. Can't start any better than she started. She's retired 9 in a row. Six of them by strikeouts. We'll move into the bottom of the third. It'll be 1, 2, and 3 for the Lady Spartans, who have that 1-0 lead. Tyson got out of trouble in the first inning with a double, helping herself field the pop up and getting the runner out at second base. And then the defense cost her a big error. Let Walker reach. She went to second on a stolen base. Roma Braid hit one off the shortstop's glove for a base hit. Walker only got to third because she had to wait to see if it would be caught. And then just a little tap towards third base. The pitcher had to go get it. But the only place she had was at first base, and that allowed Walker to score. So the unearned run has given St. Mary's the 1-0 cushion. Into the bottom of the third, Ashanti Padilla hit a rocket over the left fielder's head to the fence. Got a double. She was at second when Brooke Maloney tried to bunt her along. The bunt was popped up. The pitcher made the nice play catching it, and Padilla was doubled off second base. And then Tyson got a big strikeout to end the inning. That one bounces inside. So Padilla didn't hit the first pitch this time. And she couldn't because it bounced in the dirt. Up and away for a ball. Hit right to the second baseman. Just a little soft pop. One up, one down. Brooke Maloney tried to bunt, popped it back to the pitcher, and it turned into a double play. Low for a ball. That one bounces in. St. Mary's will be right back here tomorrow night. I think it's Central Catholic they're going to play. Up and away, 3-0. So Brooke will take a long look at this one, trying to become a base runner. In for a strike. She'll still be fussy. 3-1. In for strike two. Tyson trying to come all the way back after being down 3-0. Now Maloney has to guard the plate. And that's ball four. First walk given up by either pitcher. So now St. Mary's gets the second hitter on. They had the leadoff hitter on twice. First two innings. They send Maloney. She's going to keep going as the ball got away. She winds up at third. We told you she can fly. The throw was in the dirt. It got away, and she didn't hesitate. She just kept right on. She's at third base with one out. And if Franguli can help herself, she get a base hit. She dumped one in the center field. Hit in the air, off to the right side. Too far away for anybody to go get it. And I would like to put the ball in play here to get that run home. Up and away for a ball. Just got a piece and fouled it off. Reached for that one down in the dirt. Fouled it up right to the third base coach. Hit in the air, long run for the right fielder. Off her glove. That's a long run. She was off the line. I'm going to give Franguli a double. She was off the line for a right-hand hitter. And she had it run a long way. Almost made a nice play. Maloney scores the run. Franguli helps herself with a double, her second hit. Lori Sherrill, the hitter. Down the way for a ball. She struck out swinging her first trip. Low in the dirt, nice stop by Brennan. Fouled off the catcher. We mentioned Surreal's got some huge hits for St. Mary's. She had a big one against Arlington Catholic when they played the game up at Wyoming in the bottom of the seventh to win the game. Off the catcher, Franguli in. So it's a wild pitch in the dirt. St. Mary's running well. Taking advantage. Another runner at third with one out. And she walks. Second walking in, the other walk hurt because Maloney stole second, went to third when the ball got away, scored on Franguli's hit. So the first walk of the game by either pitcher scores. Now the second walk puts runners at first and third momentarily, I would think. Surreal was on the move, I think, on that pitch. Kayla Walker reached on the air and scored the first run. Hits it foul. Call third strike. I think Walker thought that pitch was low, but you got to protect the plate with two strikes. Riley Williams popped to the shortstop. Surreal takes off. They throw it down. The runner at third didn't go. I thought with them throwing the ball down, Franguli would be taking off. So it's second and third. Off the catcher, Franguli got a huge jump. She was getting a good lead off the bag with the pitch. When it went off the catcher, she easily scores. So St. Mary's running well in the first 3 innings, helping to score. Stolen base set up the first one. Stolen base and never set up the first run here. A couple of wild pitches, another stolen base. Down and away for a ball. Up and away for ball 4. Third walk in the inning. One of them has scored. One of them is at third base. Roma Braid lined a single off the shortstop that helped move Walker over to third. She scored a little tap down the line to give St. Mary's their first lead in the game, 1-0. Hit in the air to center field, backing up, now coming on. Center fielder and Corsia makes the play. St. Mary's is down in the inning, but they've given Frank Woolley 2 more runs to work with. She gave herself one with an RBI double, and St. Mary's is added to their lead. St. Mary's now leads at the end of 3-0 over Concord Carlisle. Top of the order for Concord Carlisle as we start the 4th inning. Frank Woolley on the mound has got a couple of more runs to work with. She helped herself with a double. And then she scored. She kind of both runs. She knocked in one with a double. She scored another one, hustling in from third on a wild pitch. Brooke Boyle, the second baseman, led off the game, struck out swinging. Low for a ball. So St. Mary's taking advantage on the base pass. Hustling, stealing, getting good jumps, especially on a couple of wild pitches. Low for a ball. Down and in for a ball. Hit the second base, off the second baseman. Walker looked like an easy play. I don't know if she took her eye off it. So Boyle, the first one to reach. Franguli had retired 9 in a row, 6 of them by strikeouts. The error gives Concord Carlisle their first base runner. Samantha Ian Corsia, the center fielder, flied to center field her one trip. Hit up the middle for a base hit. So Concord Carlisle gets their first 2 base runners, the first hit of the game. And that allows the tying run to come to home plate. Joe Byrne, the catcher, was called out on strikes back in the first inning. Solid shot by N. Corsia, right up the middle, right over the second base bag. In for a strike. Popped up, it's going to go out of play. Chased that pitch way over her head. And Grooly got a lot of help with that out.
I didn't like the white on white.
Gabby Marichal is now the second baseman. She was the designated player, hitting for Zukas, the right fielder. High for a ball. And Michaela Walker, who was the second baseman, went to shortstop. High for a ball. Phoebe Rogers, the shortstop, struck out swinging her first trip. So Colleen Newbury making a couple of defensive changes. In for a strike. Be interesting to see who hits where. He said she swung. She tried to hold up. The pitch was way up and away. Frank Cooley got a lot of help with that one. Back-to-back strikeouts after an error and a single. Autumn Mendonca, the third baseman, grounded out third to first. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. Almost pulled the trigger on that one. She had her head set. I'm going to swing at that pitch. She just held up. It was way up and away. Swing and a miss. She strikes out the side for the second inning in a row. The error and the hit give Concord Carlisle a couple of base runners. But then Frank Rulli, with 9 strikeouts in 4 innings, strikes out the side for the second inning in a row. St. Mary's holds on to that 3-0 lead. We're halfway through the ball game here at the Grace Regatta Complex. And for St. Mary's, it'll be 8, 9, and 1. So Gabby Marichal was, I guess they call it the flex player, designated player, not designated hitter. She went to play second base. Second baseman Walker moved over to shortstop. So we'll see who hits in Eliza Crean Oviedo's spot in the 9th spot. Marichal hit a little slow roller that went between the third baseman and the pitcher. The pitcher fielded it and threw her out. But the runner from third scored on the play, and she got an RBI. And that gave St. Mary's their 1-0 lead. So she's up for the second time. This time she's up as the second baseman. High for a ball. Hit foul out of play. Swing and a miss, up and in, she chased it. I think this is Eliza Crean Oviedo. I think she's now the designated player, I guess. Hit foul off the catcher. Down and away for a ball. Hit in the air, backing up. Now coming on. Cat Lynch makes the play. 2 up, 2 down in the fourth. Back to the top of the order. Ashanti Padilla doubled and got doubled off when the bunt got popped in the air and got picked. Last time up, she popped to the second baseman. Little half pop, half soft line drive right at the second baseman. Solid shot going back over the center fielder's head. All the way back to the fence. She's got her second double. She drilled that. The only thing a center fielder in Corsia could do is just turn around and chase it. A solid shot over the center fielder's head. Brooke Maloney is the hitter. She tried to bunt after Padilla got her first hit and popped it up into a double play. I don't know if somebody got hurt. Miss Gagnon, the trainer, running across to the Concord Carlisle bench. It has to be the catcher that they're checking out. Everybody else is on the field. I don't know if somehow the bat came back or... But it's the catcher they're checking out. And Nicole Gagnon does a great job as the trainer. The St. Mary's, she's in all their events and does a terrific job. She's over there checking her out. She's a huge part of the St. Mary's athletic program. But Padilla, the first double, she ripped it over the left fielder's head, and all he did was turn and chase it. This one, she drilled it over the center fielder's head, and it was hit so hard. She got 2. Normally, hit like that over the head, you might get 3. But it got out so quickly that she was just rounding first when the center fielder picked it up and was throwing it back. Catcher is standing up. She's getting back. She's going back behind the plate. So thank goodness she's okay. And we'll get back to softball. Maloney has popped to the pitcher trying to bunt. Walked and scored. She used her speed. She walked. She stole second. When it deflected just a short way behind second base, she took off and went to third. And she scored on Franguli's hit. Now the ball gets by the catcher. Padilla moves to third. Claire Ostrovsky is now the catcher. I just noticed when she turned around her number. So Brennan was the catcher. It's now Clary Ostrovsky. In for a strike. Up and away for a ball. Maloney draws a walk. She's at first, probably for one pitch. I would assume she would be receiving second base. Anna Frangulis singled, doubled in a run, and scored a run. She's 2/3 of the offense. She accounted for both runs in the third. Hit off the shortstop. Rogers had to go way to her left to try to get that one, hoping for a force. Franguli gets another RBI. She ripped it up the middle. Rogers went, stopped it from going in the outfield. Maloney would have gone to third if that's the case. We're going to get a run of Franguli at first base. They didn't run for her before. I don't know if it's Prezioso, maybe doing the running. Kylie Prezioso. Lori Cirillo struck out and walked. So St. Mary's adds another one to make it 4-0. All with 2 outs. 2 quick outs. Double, a walk, and a single. In for a strike. Low for a ball. Maloney at second base looks like she's running a 50-yard dash. She's down on her knees when the pitch is being made, like she's coming, waiting for the starter's gun to start the race to take off. Crouch is way down, both hands on the ground. Lined in the right center field. Maloney's going to score easily. Surreal, another big hit. More 2-out lightning. Prezioso scoots over to third. All this after 2 outs. Michaela Walker reached on there and scored the first run. Called on a strike her last time. In for a strike. That's the kind of pitch she struck out on. She thought she took it thinking it was low. And the umpire said strike 3 the last time. Popped up. Second baseman Boyle makes the play, but not before St. Mary's. Puts 3 hits and a walk together. They had 2 more. They now have a 5-0 lead over Concord Carlisle at the end of 4. 6, 7, 8 for Concord Carlisle as we start the 5th inning. Alex Tyson, the pitcher. So pitcher against pitcher to start the 5th. Franguli has a couple more to work with, and again, she helped herself with a big RBI single, followed by Surreal's RBI single. Up and away for a ball. It hasn't got any colder. The wind that was blowing around has kind of died away. Up and away, 2-0. Hit to short. Walker bobbled it, stays with it, and throws her out. Good job. It was hit hard enough. A solid shot by Tyson. Was hit hard enough that Walker could knock it down, stay with it, and still throw her out. She kept it in front of her. So one away in the fifth. Kat Lynch struck out swinging her first trip. Waves at that pitch for strike one. Hit foul to the backstop. Quickly 0-2. Hit in the gap in the right center field. Around first, heading for second. In with a stand-up double is Lynch. Second hit for Concord Carlisle. Solid shot. Punched it right into right center field. Maddie Gibson, the right fielder, struck out swinging. Hit to third. Padula makes the play. And I just realized Eliza Korean Oviedo is now the pitcher. In for a strike. So she was the shortstop, and she's become the pitcher. Swing and a miss. And another strikeout. So she gives up the double, but she keeps him off the scoreboard, finishing up with a strikeout. So Frank Woolley went the first four, struck out 9, gave up 1 hit. Only 2 base runners, a single and an error. Started the fourth inning, then she struck out the side. Struck out the side in the third and the fourth. Struck out 2 in the first, 1 in the second. So Eliza Korean Oviedo takes over. She gets 2 grounders and a strikeout after a 1-out double. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for St. Mary's. So they bounce all over. I guess you can put anybody, anywhere, anytime. Just keep the batting on, I guess, the same. So Frank Woolley was the pitcher. I guess now she becomes the flex player. Riley Williams popped to the shortstop and walked. Tyson will start her fifth inning. Bounces to the backstop for ball one. She got through the first two, giving up one unearned run, an error. Helps St. Mary's get on the board first. But then in the third, there was an error, but there were 3 walks, a couple of wild pitches. As Williams gets a base hit into center field, past the stretch of the second baseman. So for the third time in 5 innings, St. Mary's has a leadoff hitter on. Roma Bray, the catcher, singled, fly to center field. Hit in the air to center field again, backing up. Bray hit that a long way. And Ian Corsia went back and made the play for the first out. Gabby Marichal was the flex player. She went in to play second base when they moved everybody around. She bounced to the pitcher, getting an RBI, and she struck out the last time. Wide for a ball. Down and in for a ball. Mr. Braid's filling me with candy out here. Hit in the right field. I had to wait to see if it was a base hit because I didn't know if she was going to throw her out or not. She bobbled it. Marichal goes the other way. Drills it in the right field. 2 on, 1 out. We got a runner at second base for Williams. And I believe that's Catino. Nancy Catino, the outstanding goaltender for the girls hockey team. Took them to the state final. That was a shot just inside the first base bag. Eliza Korean Oviedo struck out, fly to left field. She's now the pitcher. So the umpires are taking time for the substitution. Now Ostrowski comes out to talk to her pitcher. Now we're going to get back to softball. Hit foul to the backstop. Popped up. It's going to go out of play. Swing and a miss. And that's strike three.
I see what you're saying. Yep. That's right. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Ashley Padilla. Doubled twice. First time she was doubled off when Maloney tried to bunt her along. She popped up to the second baseman, and she drilled it over the center fielder's head for a double in that two-run fourth inning. She scored one of the two runs. Another shot into left center field. They're going to send the runners. Padilla's got herself another double, her third double. She's swinging the bat. Knocks in two. Maloney's the hitter. She's walked twice in 3 trips, and both times she scored. High and tight for a ball. Can't hit any better than Padilla hit it. Padilla, excuse me. Down and away for a ball. Not bad for your leadoff hitter. 3 doubles. Knocking in 2 and scoring a run. Wide for a ball. In for a strike. Up and away. Maloney draws her third walk. Five walks given up by Tyson. Two of them have scored. This is Anguli, who is now the flex player. She was the pitcher. They moved people all over the place. Wide for a ball. She has singled, doubled in a run and scored, singled in a run. So she's 3 for 3 with a double, 2 singles. As they tag Maloney going to second base. They finally get Banguli out. But another third double of the game for Padilla. Gets St. Mary's 2 more runs. So now it's 7-0 going into the top of the 6th. They're trying to keep Franguli busy. She's now the center fielder. So Maloney will become the flex player. And no, she won't. Maloney is the left-handed shortstop. So we get players all over the place. Popped up. Alyssa Sewell is the new left fielder. Angie Catino is the new first baseman. Got to stay alert with Colleen. Meaning Colleen Newbury, the head coach of St. Mary's. Hit foul out of play. This is the top of the order. Brooke Boyle, one of 3 base runners. She reached on an infield error. So Michaela Walker goes back to second base. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout, back to back for Eliza Korean Oviedo. Coach Ruby said they call her ACO. Way up and away. Back to back strikeouts. She ended the 5th, starts the 6th. Hit. Hit up the middle. Green Oviedo got a piece of that, slowed it down. Walker was looking to try and make a play. So Ancorsia gets her second hit. Third hit for Concord Carlisle. This is Clary Ostrovsky, the catcher. Swing and a miss. Getting a good look at the future with Korean Oviedo on the mound. And that's a call, third strike. St. Mary's has got the strikeout working. 12 strikeouts. 9 for Franguli. 3 for Korean Oviedo. Phoebe Rogers has struck out twice, both swinging. Hit foul out of play. It's long and deep. It's a home run. Rogers hit it out of the park. It was as high as it was deep. So they get on the board, they break the shutout. That was a shot and a half. The only question was it going to be fair? And it was a 2-run shot. So after striking out swinging twice, she got that one and got all of it. Ottoman Donker grounded the third and struck out swinging. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. That was Byer when she swung at that one. Hit in the right field for a base hit. Ooh, the throw to first base almost hit Mendonca in the head. Zukas thought she might have had a play at first base. She rifled the shot. And it came inches away from hitting Mendonca in the head. Solid shot to right field. Alex Tyson, the pitcher, was grounded to third, grounded to short. Hit to center field. Ranguli, the pitcher, makes the play for the third out. So Concord Carlisle is down to their final 3 outs. They get on the scoreboard. They had 2 hits coming into the inning. They get 2 hits in the inning. The big hit, the blast over the left field fence. No question, a 2-run home run by Phoebe Rogers. So now it's 7-2 as we move into the bottom of the 6th. It should be Elisa Sewell leading off. She went in to play left field. She replaced Laurie Surreal, who walked and had an RBI single in 3 trips. She was struck out swinging her first time. Tyson will start her 6th inning. She's walked 5 and struck out 5. Given up 10 hits. She got out of the first inning after Padilla led with a double. Maloney tried to bunt, pop it up for a double play, and it was big because Franguli got a base hit after that. But she got out of the inning with a strikeout. Since then, she gave up a run in the second unearned run, but then 2 runs in each of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. High for a ball. So Sewell up for the first time. Waves at that pitch, up and away. Down the way for a ball. Down and in for a ball. Swing and a miss. That's ball 4. So for the 4th time in 6 innings, St. Mary's gets the leadoff hitter on. Michaela Walker reached an error and scored, struck out, popped to the second baseman. She was the second baseman. She was the shortstop. I think she's now the flex player. You need a calculator to keep track of the lineup. Colleen Newby makes changes all over the place. They get one, the big one in the middle.
That's right, yeah. I remember the diner. Yep.
So Walker will change places with Sewell at first base. Angie Catino, who went in to play first base, replacing Riley Williams, will be the hitter. Williams had popped the shot, walked, singled, and scored. We mentioned outstanding goaltender. Helped St. Mary's get to the state final. And what a year St. Mary's had for the so-called winter sports. Football team won the Super Bowl. Girls hockey team and the boys basketball team went to the state final. The girls basketball team won the state championship. Tino fouls the bunt away. Brooke Maloney, I've never seen her play shortstop before. She's now the shortstop. She was a member of that girls basketball team that won the championship. Swing and a miss. The runner steals second base. So the second out is a strikeout. Walker steals second. Roma Braid will be the hitter. She singled and flied to center field twice. Lined in the center field for a base hit. They send the runner home. She'll score. Braid's got her second hit. Gets an RBI. So that stolen base by Walker paid off. They get one back from the two that Concord Carlisle got in the top. The throw home, Braid hustles to second base. We're going to get a runner at second base.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they
Marichal bounced to the pitcher, getting an RBI with the run scoring. Struck out, singled, and scored. Actually, Catino running for her scored. And this is not Marichal, this is Zukas. Riley Zukas. She was the one that everybody that became the flex player was hitting for. To the backstop, the runner will move up. Missing low for a ball. She goes the other way. Caught out in left field for the third out. So here we go into the seventh. St. Mary's gets a run on the big hit by Braid. The walk to finish the stolen base by Walker set it up. They get the one hit. We finished 6, 8-2. St. Mary's over Concord Carlisle. 3 in the order for Concord Carlisle, their last at bat. Trailing 8-2. Brian Oviedo will start her third inning of work. She got a relief of Bangui. Long run, it bounces by. Around second. And going to go in with a triple is Cat Lynch. Zukas tried to make the diving catch. It shot hopped her and went by her. So a runner at third. That's the second extra base hit for Cat Lynch. She had a double, now she has a triple. Maddie Gibson struck out and grounded to third. In for a strike. Maddie Gibson is struck out, grounded to third. She's the right fielder. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 3. Fourth strikeout for Oviedo. Hit foul. She has 1 in each of the 3 innings she's been in. Got 2 in the 6th. I think they were checking it. I don't know why they check it now. They were checking to see if Zukas was okay. She dove to try and make that catch. On the inside corner, she ducked away. Looked like it was going to hit her, but it was on the inside corner for a strike. Strike 3. 5 strikeouts for Oviedo, 14 for St. Mary's pitching. High for a ball. So 1 out away from win number 13, St. Mary's. Concord Carlisle was hoping for an even dozen, 12 coming in. Instead, St. Mary's is going to get a baker's dozen, 13. Wide for a ball. Five hits for Concord Carlisle. 2 of them are extra bases. A double and triple, both of those by Lynch, who's at third base now. And it's a walk to Brooks. First walk given up by St. Mary's pitching. Samantha Ancosia fly to center, singled, and scored. And they got the runner hooked up. They tag her out. The run scores. So I'm not sure what they were doing, but the runner stopped halfway between first and second. They complete the rundown. The run scores to make it 8-3. So Frank Woolley goes the first 4, gives up 1 hit, strikes out 9. Retired the first 9 she faced. Acevedo comes in, gives up 4 hits, gives up the 3 runs, strikes out 5, walks a batter. St. Mary's picks up their 13th win. St. Mary's got a run in the second. They get 2 in each of the 3, 4, and 5. They had another one in the 6th. Concord Carlisle got their 2 on a 2-run home run by Phoebe Rogers with 2 outs in the 6th. And after Lynch got the triple, 2 big strikeouts, they looked like they were going to get out of the inning, St. Mary's, but a walk and then the pickoff between first and second, the run down. They tag the runner out, but the run scores before the out is made, so it's 8-3. St. Mary's picks up their 13th win. Concord Carlisle will go to 11-4. For St. Mary's, Padilla had 3 doubles, scored 1, knocked in 2. Brooke Maloney had 3 walks, scored twice. Anna Franguli had a single, a double, a single, knocked in 2, scored a run. Laurie Surreal had a walk, a single for an RBI. Michaela Walker reached on an error, reached on a fielder's choice, scored twice. Riley Williams had a base hit, scored a run. Roma Braid had 2 base hits, knocked in a run. Abby Marichal had a base hit, scored a run. Katina running for her scored a run, knocked in a run. So everybody getting involved. The St. Mary's gets puts 8 on the board, and a big win by the Spartans as they knock off a very good Concord Carlisle team. They do it by a score of 8-3 to pick up their 13th win of the season. So we hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.